we're longtime friends, and we'll get into that. But I'm first going to say Kia ora, tēnā koutou, no mai, haere mai. And because of COVID, we're not going to do any hangis today. But it's a great honor for Sally and I to be here and included as part of the big whānau, and it's a big privilege for us. I want to thank Robbie and Maggie for the beautiful venue. What a perfect spot, and just a perfect place. Couldn't be a better day. And now I'm going to welcome the people on the list, and I'm just going to go through this. So Derek and Alice. Derek's here. He's the one that's running the show. And Ralph and Sally, and Maggie and Robbie, and Jill and Harold. And then there's Blake and Adrienne.
Yep.
She was
present.
And Finn and Benji.
Yeah. Yep.
Flynn.
Yep.
You guys are going to have to sing today, you know that.
What?
You're on the program.
Rebecca and Andy. Ta-da.
Andy's wearing a suit. Man, he's
And
so well dressed.
Max, Zach, Sebastian, and Daisy.
Yeah.
And then there's Neil and Jesse.
Where are they?
Good. And Philip, Heather, Emma, Scott.
No, Scott's
Frey-
not here.
Oh, Scott's not here. Freya and Valley. And also Corrine and Nick.
Yep.
Yep, with the wine.
All good. A good marriage is one where each partner secretly suspects they got the better deal. It's probably not bad. Yeah. And anyway, without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Derek, who's going to do the wedding.
Kia ora tātou anyway, everybody. It's lovely to see you. I have a confession to make. Ralph and I had a big plan, but it had to be changed. We were going to turn up in wetsuits and goggles.
Yeah.
But they changed the venue up to Maggie and Robbie's, and it's a wee bit far from the water. So we settled for Hawaiian shirts,
That's right.
yeah, which is pretty good, I
There is a
think.
reason for the Hawaiian shirts.
yeah.
Nick's got one.
Yeah.
But he was worried that I wouldn't turn up in it. I don't know what you thought I was going to turn up in. We've come together to witness and celebrate the marriage of Cathie and Peter, and to share with them the happiness and their hopes for the future. Marriage involves caring and giving. It involves learning to share one's life with another, forgiving and enjoying the love and meaning which can be found together. It involves facing together whatever adversity may arise. So here, in the presence of their families and friends, Peter and Cathie wish to pledge their love for each other and their desire to spend the rest of their lives together. Cathie and Peter, we welcome you. We're glad to join with you in the celebration of your marriage, and to witness your vows, and to stand with you, and to wish you joy in your life together. Can we just bow our heads for a word of prayer? Living God, as we gather today for this special occasion, touch us with an awareness of your presence. Awaken in us a wonder for the world around us and that you have created us in love. And as we celebrate the marriage of Peter and Cathie, bless them and give them great joy and happiness in their life together. Amen. I count it a tremendous privilege, Peter and Cathie, to be asked to do this ceremony for you today. It's a wonderful thing for me to be able to officiate at your wedding. Now, I think I've known Peter for over a decade. Must be about 12 years ago. We'd just come back from working in the Middle East for a couple of years, where I got back into swimming after 60 years, and I met up with Peter at the port for the swims. Along comes Cathie, and I think she's better looking than Peter, and she's a very nice person, and although I've always thought of Peter more as a friend than a fellow competitor, or even an enemy, you know, to beat or to take over, certainly that's not Cathie's way, although she's a good swimmer.
What do you mean?
Yeah. But it's wonderful that they've come together. They share a lot of common interests, as you all well know, and it's just great to be here today to share this with you. And it tells us that true love never ends. It's always ready to forgive, to trust, to hope, and to endure. Love goes into each situation realizing that there will be pain as well as pleasure, and sorrow as well as joy, and boredom as well as ecstasy. And those of us who have been married, for many years will know that all of those things are part of it. But here's the prescription, and it's from this very well known passage, 1 Corinthians chapter 13. So listen to this. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. Love does not demand its own way. Love is not irritable, and it keeps no record when it has been wronged. It is never glad about injustice, but rejoices whenever truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith. It is always hopeful and endures every circumstance. Love will last forever. So, Cathie and Peter, we wish you joy as you publicly commit yourselves to each other in mutual trust before your family and your friends. May God bless you both. And this is called the declarations. So, Peter, the answer is, I do. You and Cathie, you know this. Yeah. So just reminding you. Peter, of your own free choice, do you take Cathie to be your wife?
I do.
Will you love her, comfort her, honour and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to her as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Cathie, of your own free will, do you take Peter to be your husband?
I do.
Will you love him, comfort him, honour and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, be faithful to him as long as you both shall live?
I will.
And there's a response to be made from all of us gathered here, and when I sort of raise my hand, you can say it. It is, we will. Now, you don't know what you're saying that to yet, but here it comes. As Peter and Cathie enter this new life together, will you, their family and friends, do all in your power to support this couple now and in the years ahead?
We will.
Oh, that's good. Boy, I don't even have to get you to say it again. That was a resounding affirmation. Wonderful. We come to the vows now, and Peter first.
I, Peter, take you, Cathie, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward. Don't you laugh, Maggie. For better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish as long as we live. This is my solemn vow.
Cathie, your
I'm
turn.
going to cry, don't you?
Yeah.
You did very well.
I, Cathie, take you, Peter, to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, to love and to cherish as long as we live. This is my solemn vow.
Well done. The rings. Let these rings say to all that your commitment to each other is deep and lifelong. Putting it on. This is that.
Cathie, I give you this ring as a symbol of our marriage. May it represent our faithfulness, love, and commitment to each other.
Right.
Push. Yeah,
Push,
yeah. Keep going.
A bit of spit.
Oh, forgot the swimming glide.
Yes.
Shall I? Can I spit on it?
Yeah.
You have to pull it on.
She can. There we are. It'll go.
There
There we go.
There we are. And there.
Okay. Which one? Okay. Peter, I give you this ring as a symbol of our marriage. May it represent our faithfulness, love, and commitment to each other.
Now, it's quite traditional that often in a church service, you may have seen that if the minister's robed, he has a stole and he wraps it around so hold your hands, you like that, he wraps it around and then he pronounces what I'm going to do.
Yep.
But I thought I was looking at this beautiful Indian Cree beadwork.
Yep.
Can I put that over your hands
Yes,
to
you
bind
can.
you
Yep.
together?
Yep.
I just thought that was lovely. Isn't that fantastic? From northern Manitoba, wasn't
That's
it?
right. Yep.
Yeah, so we'll put that over there. Peter and Cathie, you have declared the love that you have for each other and your hopes for the future. You have made promises to each other You have symbolized them by the joining of hands and the giving of rings. You are now husband and wife. And I know you're allowed to kiss each other.
No tissue.
Right. Well done.
I give you my heart today, tomorrow, and forever.
Nice.
Always be my love. The cares of life will fade away as long as we're together.
Wonderful. Thank you. Cathie and Peter, we welcome you now as husband and wife. We wish you well for the years ahead. May God enrich the life that you have chosen and fulfill your hopes and dreams. And may God's grace be with you forever.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you.
And everybody can no hunging.
No hugging.